Inhabiting the remote border region between Thailand and Myanmar in Thailand's far west are the tribes of the Muser. Originally migrating from China, they are comprised of three major groups, each with their own unique dialect and no traditional written language to speak of: the Aka, the Karen and the Hmong. They are subsistence farmers who have traditionally used slash and burn agriculture techniques to farm their heavily forested communities. If, like me, you were wondering where the land was that the Muser village used to grow their crops, take a look. Slash and burn is an agricultural technique that involves the cutting and burning of trees and plants in forests to create fields. It is agriculture that typically uses little technology or other tools. The technique is not sustainable beyond a certain population density because without trees, the soil quality becomes too poor to support crops. Here, however, there is still a good balance of forest and field, ensuring a sustainable environment. Much of that thanks to the influence of His Majesty the King and Thailand's acclaimed royal project. A 2013 Bangkok Post article reported that nearly 1 million hill people and forest dwellers are still treated as illegal outsiders, since most live in protected forests. Viewed as national security threats, hundreds of thousands of them are refused citizenship, although many are natives to the land and consider themselves Thai. The tribes are a shamanic group that share the ancient universal archetype that the goddess spins a universe where nature is not distinguished from humankind. Believing there is no dichotomy between themselves and the natural world, they strive to live in harmony with their surrounds. Indigenous to Mae Sot and the larger Tak province, the Muser tribe, originating from China approximately some 100 years ago via Laos and Burma, have finally settled here. There are around 100 huts here in the village. It's a very communal, sustainable environment. There are tons of free-range pigs and chickens running around. The Muser people also grow their own veggies, predominantly corn and cabbage. There's running water, electricity. They're fully self-sufficient. The local racetrack. It's not quite Flemington, but in Mae Sot it's all we have to offer. I believe they conduct pig races and pony races fortnightly, and of course, gambling is strictly prohibited. There she is, undefeated in 15 starts, having amassed the grand total of 7,149 baht in prize money. Alas, most of the victories at the racetrack we saw earlier were against chickens and pigs. Anyway, she seems to be enjoying her retirement. Black Caviar can rest easy. This girl, unlikely to dethrone her as Queen of the Turf. Mud, in recent times. These tilted houses usually house around 6 people each. The cooking is done mainly indoors. There are plenty of avenues for the smoke to escape. However, there was still a strong lingering odour which the villagers are no doubt used to. You can see that the plentiful number of free-range pigs and chickens, along with a good amount of homegrown vegetables, ensures no one goes hungry, and there's even a local school. Poppy trees once grew freely here but were outlawed and have in more recent times been replaced with crops that produce saleable, sustainable produce such as rice, corn and cabbage. Coffee is also widely grown here, which brings me to my next stop. I must confess to being quite the coffee connoisseur, and this locally produced bean is really excellent. Not at all bitter, it has a smooth, rich flavour, definitely worth trying if you are in these parts. It can also be purchased in various quantities.